Prescription drug prices are rising twice as fast as the rate of inflation.
And that has people making some dangerous decisions. KSL consumer investigative reporter Matt Gephardt has been looking into this problem. Matt, what'd you find?
Mike, good evening. More and more Americans are going to their doctor saying, you know what drug really would help you with this thing that is this disease that's maybe bad for you? This prescription drug. They're leaving with that prescription in hand and then choosing not to get that prescription filled simply because they cannot afford to do so.
But in this case, Douglas swallowed his pride and anger.
Luann and Daniel Wilkins face a tough choice. Since January, Daniel has been taking Nuplazid. It's a drug that eases hallucinations in people with Parkinson's.
Episodes are not as often and not as severe.
Nuplazid is also incredibly expensive. A supply of 30 capsules costs more than $4,100. Insurance only covers $700. With help from a foundation, the Wilkins have only had to cover $379 per month. But now that foundation money has run out.
We wouldn't have, filled the prescription for the drug if we had known that we had to pay that exorbitant amount.
The Wilkins are far from alone. 23% of people surveyed by Gallup said they could not afford to fill a prescription drug at least once in the last 12 months.
And we are reaching kind of those tipping points where people are having to choose between the prescription drugs they need to stay healthy and other important things like food and rent. And that's not really a decision that anyone should have to make.
Lee Purvis researches prescription drug pricing for the AARP, which shared its latest RX Price Watch report with the KSL investigators. It finds that retail prices for 260 widely used brand drugs went up 2.9% in 2020, more than twice the rate of inflation.
We just see these price increases year after year with no sign of really slowing.
And Purvis says that Americans pay 3 to 4 times more for their brand name prescription drugs than patients in other countries.
There really is nothing in the U.S. healthcare system to stop drug companies from setting really high prices and then increasing them anytime they want.
For now, the Wilkins are relying on free samples of Nuplazid from their doctor. Once those run out, Luann says Daniel will probably have to stop using the drug.
He will ask, well, what's my purpose? And I said, your purpose is me and my purpose is you. And so we're in this together.
They're for kids.
All right, so that's the bad news. The good news is there are some stopgaps, some Band-Aids that can help this. Some people have found discounts through coupons. Others have actually reached out to drug companies themselves, the drug makers themselves, and been able to find discounts that way. Some people have been able to talk to their doctors about getting a generic prescription as opposed to some name brand stuff. The AARP has all sorts of tips to try to keep prices low. They're attached to this story on our website, ksltv.com. If you have something you want us to investigate, let me know about it. The number, 385-707-6153, or you can email me, matt@ksl.com.